It's a $200,000 True Value Open. In our first game, looking for his first PBA title, we'll see Curtis Odom of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. His opponent won just 3 weeks ago at Long Island from Richardson, Texas, Ballard Jr. The winner of that game will face the third-seeded bowler from Topeka, Kelly Kaufman. Entering the semifinal game will be a two-time champion bowling out of Indianapolis now, George Branham III. And our tournament leaders, the reigning player of the year with 10 PBA championships, Amleto Monicelli. And that's our outstanding field of 5 for this afternoon's True Value Open Finals on the Professional Bowlers Tour telecast.
Now let's look at the lane conditions that have produced these high scores. First place, we have oil down just 46 feet on the lane, and it's dry in the back end. And there's a little heavy concentration down the center of the lane, and it's brushed out by the PBA crew, which brings oil channel to channel. Now the shot that all the players are playing, the 5 right-handers, is between the second and third arrows. There's a little hold spot in the center of the lane, Chris. It develops very high scores.
They won't brush with the $39,000 first prize today. The 5, all 5 won it. The runner-up 20, 12, 9, and 7 out of a total purse of $200,000. The True Value at Landmark. And a man who has won 2 majors on the right, Ballard Jr. will shoot first. His opponent, a non-winner, Curtis Odom of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The Texan up and ready.
Oh, I got the 8 out.
Wearing the wireless microphone, and he's a talker.
Well, he said he got the 8 out. As we said, there's heavy oil concentration in the middle of the lane. The one flaw to this is that the ball doesn't hit the pocket very hard, and sometimes we've seen the 8-10 split during the tournament. So he's gotten an easy spare to start with.
19th telecast for Ballard Jr., winner of the '89 Firestone and the '87 United States Open. Here is Curtis Odom, 7th appearance on television.
And look at that week's average, 226, almost 227 for 42 games, barely qualifying.
Breaking up the split, leaving the 3-10.
Curtis Odom with a very compact style, depends on accuracy, has a nice 4-step delivery, starts the ball very quickly, shoulder high, good pivot step, in perfect position. Is an extremely accurate player. He depends on moving and adjusting his strike line, adjusting balls, adjusting equipment. One of those players, Chris, that gets by with cerebral bowling, I call it. He really gets the most out of his game.
Nicely done for the professional out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina at 5'9", 163 pounds. This 33-year-old, you watch his pre-shot ritual. He goes through it each time. And that's a good habit, isn't it, Bo?
That's for sure, especially under pressure. And no matter how many times you bowl in a championship round with millions of people watching at home and so forth, you see him wiping the oil off the bowling ball, making sure that it's nice, clean surface to start the next frame. Once again, he's pushing that 25-second clock. He's pretty close, Chris. You have 25 seconds with which to initiate the second shot.
Come on, man. Get back.
Just didn't come up. He wearing the wireless microphone.
Curtis, one of the best frame fillers on the tour. What I mean by that, he bowls more clean games. You put a spare strike in almost every frame, and that's one of the reasons he's such a good player out here.
Curtis Odom from Winston-Salem. Ballard, he won 3 weeks ago the Leisure Long Island Open. This is his 3rd telecast of this year.
Oh, get lucky.
And again, 10-pin.
The key to the good scoring in this bowling tournament has been carrying the 10-pin. As you see the profile of Ballard, having a very hot year, very steady player. Look at his arm swing. Look at that perfect position. Look at how steady that head is at the point of release, and that release, which is the power release, which is part of the bowling tip this week.
Del Ballard, who, as we said, won 3 weeks ago, and he was also in the previous week second at Fairlanes in Maryland. Last year earning $86,000. He was third at the Firestone, which he won in '89, third at the Budweiser in Cleveland, fourth at Bowler's Journal, sixth in the Japan Cup. He is a great pro. Hook. Okay. Now Curtis Odom, as we take a look at that last shot.
The head pin does most of the work. Watch the head pin go to the left sideboard, taking out the 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Curtis Odom kind of waiting here for his next shot. The lane 37 out of this 50-lane bowling center did not reset on that strike ball. He didn't want to be disturbed in the middle of his approach, so that doesn't affect his time clock. He's ready to go, third frame.
Spare up. Butch Soper, again, our statistician today.
Could be. Come on, baby, do that. Yes.
Okay, Curtis Odom bowled well in college and on the regional circuit, but waited until he was 30 years old. Why did he wait so long to come out on the tour?
Well, when I came out early in '82, but I didn't have the backing to really stay out for a long stint. And then I went back and I bowled a lot of regionals, got a lot more experience, and then came out and went full-time in '89.
Financial backing necessary to bowl on the tour, Chris? I'd say a minimum of $850 per week. So it's no Sunday picnic unless you got great talent like this man.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Leaving a 4-pin. Okay. Last year, although he didn't win, he won $52,000. Third in Wichita, third at the Showboat Doubles.
Chris almost gets a good break tripping out the 9-pin and almost carries out the 4 to make it a double. With this spare conversion of the 4th frame, the match will be even.
All right. In Peoria, neither bowler has been able to pull away from the other. Now with a strike, 10-pin lead.
Roll up. All right.
Okay, Ballard doubling early here in the first game of our finals. Takes a 10-pin lead, and Odom is moving over now. We know what Del Ballard's most disappointing moment was. What was his most rewarding, more important?
I look back on it now and would have to say beating Pete Weber for the U.S. Open in the $100,000 in 1987. At the time, it wasn't, it was a great thrill, but now that I've thrown the gutter ball and everything, that's probably my greatest thrill.
Del Ballard of Richardson, Texas.
Something to watch for in these championship lanes, and we saw it all day Thursday and all day Friday, observing the players. As each succeeding game goes along, the oil or conditioner in the center of the lane gets carried a little farther down the lane and sets up a really nice shot to the pocket. And so each game, we expect to see the scores go up and up.
Lots of speed in covering 3-6. Curtis Odom, a product of Winston-Salem College. And